Hello everyone, Sandy Trefker here, Graphic 45 Brand Ambassador. I'm happy to share my craft room tour to show you where I create my Graphic 45 design projects. I won't be able to show you everything in my craft room, but I will show you my favorite storage tips. In this first video clip, I am just panning along my counter that you find when you first walk into my room. You will see I have things hanging on the wall like this shelf with a album projects and some other little pretty goodies that I like to use, and I have a coat rack on the wall for hanging my tags, my Graphic 45 tags. And I will go into more detail on some of these storage things like for my punches and also my dies. Down here on the bottom of the shelf, these are Ikea shelves. This is where I store my Graphic 45 paper. I like to put ribbon in clear jars. I store my paper so that you can see the outer edges of them so I can kind of tell which ones they are. Now for a storage tip, one of my favorites. This is the Coke box. This is a vintage Coke box that I bought at an estate auction. And I can turn it either up and down or sideways, but it perfectly holds my punches. And then I have two large album notebooks that I have added 8.5 by 11 magnetic sheets that I punch the holes in into this, and this is where I keep my dies. Now I add washi tape to secure the dies because when you turn the magnetic pages sometimes they do pop up and I don't want to lose them, so this is just an easy way for me to keep them handy and not take up too much space. I also have this Ikea CD holder that I bought many years ago. I put this on the wall and it perfectly holds my 6x6 paper pads and my stamp acrylic stamps. On this wall I have this We Are Memory Keepers wall unit where I store my glitter, my ink pads, and other things like that. I'm going to tell you more about this one here. This holds my small parts. And as you can see here, I just have different things. I mix in my finished projects with some of my family heirloom keepsakes. This is my grandmother's sewing machine cabinet, so I use it in the drawers, and I changed out the knobs with some pretty glass knobs that I liked. I also keep ribbon in boxes underneath, and I keep glues and things in that little suitcase. Now this is the small parts case that I got at Lowe's. I labeled each little drawer. It holds things like brads and buttons and charms, just all sorts of small things where I can quickly pull them out and use them on my projects. In my room I have a little offset where I have shelves above where my computer is, and I keep my 8.5 by 11 papers in these storage drawers, my photos in the little plastic containers between those, and a lot of my finished projects. This is my mother's hope chest where I keep finished projects inside and on top of it. And again, another shot of my TV and computer desk area, and I do have paper storage in the drawers underneath the desk. This desk unit is from Container Store. I like to store my flowers in boxes and baskets so that I can see them. So here is a box that I covered with paper for the flowers, and then I also put flower packages in these soft-sided baskets that I got at Target. So I can see them and flip through them, and at a glance I have them. I also like to store my ribbons by color or color themes in these clear stackable boxes. I can take down just the white if I need it or the pink. I also put my paper scraps by size in these clear stackable boxes. This idea I got recently from Country Craft Creations video, so a cleanup series. So thanks to Tamara for that. This unit in my other opposite side of the room I got at a vintage estate booth, and I really love it. I also have a stamp and storage case for my distress inks, and papers are stored in the bottom down here along with photos and other things that I might need. So I'm going to tell you more about this case in just a bit. You can see my paper storage. These units came from Michael's. So I utilize all of my craft room space. This is showing you my work table from the back side. It's just a 3x3 work table. This is my camera setup for when I do my videos of what I'm working on for my tutorials. Behind me is a dollhouse that I built when my daughter was 5 years old. And so I incorporate lots of personal things in my craft room, and I really like to stay in this room. Okay, this unit, like I said, I purchased it at a estate state mall where they have different booths, and it was an old hardware wood. It's wooden, but it had really ugly wood drawer pulls, so I changed each drawer pull with a pretty one that I found in different places. I love my Ikea rolling cart where I keep all my tools handy right beside me to the right of me. In the other little case behind that, to the left of that, you see my Copic markers. Earlier this year I added this piece. This is a ladder shelf that I put in the corner. It's just one half of a ladder. I bought it already made and painted. I put my flower baskets on it and some finished projects. So I really love that. On the floor in front of my mother's cedar chest, I have a large Longaberger basket that I keep my new products in that come from Graphic 45s to get ready to work on a project. Another of my favorite storage tips is this fishing line box for my Hug Snug ribbons. They fit perfectly, and you can either pull the ribbon through the holes on the box or you just open the lid. And here's my craft table all cleaned up. I cleaned it up between each project. I want to thank you so very much for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you. Have a great day. Happy crafting.